Hey everybody, I'm Jake. Welcome to Adult Fitness, and I'll be leading you in your warm-up today. Starting out, we're going to start on a side-to-side shuffle. Going to hop into our upper body stretch. First one, we're going to take our hands, interlock them behind our head. Going to push those elbows out, stretching that chest. Make sure you're keeping that side-to-side shuffle, warming up that body nice and good. Or they open up that chest. Next one, we're going to go ahead and take that right arm. Go back, grab that left shoulder, left arm, put it on that right elbow, pushing back, feel stretching that tricep. Then we're continuing that side-to-side shuffle. Good, next we'll transition into the other arm. Good job, guys. Really feeling stretching that tricep, try to keep the neck neutral and that extra tension. Very nice. Next one, we'll go into a bicep stretch we're going to do. So from here, we're actually going to transition our feet from a heel to a toe shuffle, keeping the body moving. Next, taking that right arm out, left arm, pulling back on that, playing that palm. Should feel stretching that forearm into that bicep. Good job, guys. Transition the other arm, check the other arm out. Pulling back, make sure we're not yanking back on that wrist, gently pushing back. Keeping the heel to toe shuffles going. Good job, guys. Next thing, shake the arms out a little bit. Next, we're going to transition to the upper back stretch. Crossing the fingers, palms out. Make sure you're keeping the heel to toe shuffle going. Pushing those shoulders forward. Go, good job. Feeling that stretching that upper back. Next one, make sure you're keeping that shuffle going. Last one, the upper body stretch. We're gonna do arm circles. So we'll take that right arm, big circles. Keeping with the heel to toe shuffle, get the full body going. Good job. We're gonna switch arms. Back to that right arm. Now we're gonna go reverse since we just did forward. Good, other arm. Good, we're stopping the shuffle and shake the whole body out. Next one, we're gonna go into upper body strength. So here we go. What we're gonna go into is a bent over row with a tricep extension. So first steps, feet shoulder apart, soft bend in the knees, bending at the hips forward. Taking those arms straight out, pulling it up, elbows to your side. Then we're gonna go ahead and extend those elbows out. Back in, back down. There we go. Good job, guys. Head down, back straight, elbows to your side. Send the elbows out, back through. I'll say from a side angle, so same thing. Bend in the hips, come through. Elbows to your side, extend the arms out, back, down. There we go. Let's do two more. Good. Last one. Good job, guys. Shake it out. Next one, you're going to transition to a bicep curl into a shoulder press, excuse me. So coming up, palms up, into that bicep curl. Make sure we're keeping the elbows tight to the side. Then from here, we're going to transition, rotate those arms up, pressing up, back down, transition the arms back in and down. If you want to do a little modification, you can pulse it with the bicep curls, or the shoulder press, excuse me. Come through with the curls, transition up, press up. Good job, guys. Make sure you're keeping the soft bend in those knees, not locking those knees out. Good, let's do two more. Perfect. All right, shake it out. Next, we're gonna go into lower body strength. So our first exercise is gonna be a squat. So feet shoulder width apart, bend the knees, just like we're sitting into that chair. Hips back, knees down, make sure you're keeping our chest up. Right around 90 degrees, come back up. Make sure you're getting the hips through at the top. From side view, down, hips through. Perfect, let's do 5 of those. Looking for a little modification, make it a little bit difficult. Try sitting down, staying down in that position down here. Holding there, coming back up, hips through. All right, let's do 2 more. Perfect. Next one, we're going to transition into a lunge. So forward walking lunge, lunge out, coming through. Make sure this one we're keeping 90 degrees. It's up and down, coming through. Switching legs. Good job, guys. Switch one. Let's do one more each leg. Nice. And transition to a lateral leg. Work a little bit of the inside the adductors here. So we're coming here, lunging out, pushing back through. Make sure we're keeping the leg that's staying planted nice and straight. Working on pushing off that outside leg. Good job, guys. Make sure we're transitioning legs each side. Driving through to make it a little bit harder. Hold it at the bottom. A little less intensity, modify it, regress it. Just little slight steps. Make sure we're transitioning both legs. Good. Let's do 2 more each leg. There we go. And then the last one for lower body strength, we're going to do a calf raise. Coming up on the calves. Nice and slow back down. Up. Down. Perfect. Make it a little bit easier. Coming up on your toes just a little slightly, not too much. Back down, make it a little bit harder if you want to stand on top of something. Just get a little bit more range of motion in the calves. Let's do 2 more. 1, 2. Perfect. Next, we're going to transition to the ground to a push-up. Some upper body strength. So we're going to be here. Make sure you got that the flat back. Keeping the hands right around the shoulders. A little bit more than shoulder width apart. Coming down, coming up. For regression, you can go onto your knees. Same thing, keeping that back straight. Coming down, pressing through. Down, press through. Let's do 5 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. All right, we're sitting on the ground. We're going to transition to our lower body stretching and strength. So first one, still staying on our side. Laying down on our side. We're going to go ahead, grab that top leg by the shoelaces. Make sure we're keeping our knees close together. Hips aligned. Going to pull back on that shoe, push the hip forward, stretch the quad out. Good job, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. Switch directions. Move the camera. There we go. Keeping the knee aligned, hips aligned. 3, 2, 1. All right, next thing on our side, we're gonna do a side laying abductor raise. Working our hips and our adductors. Keeping our legs straight. Bring the leg up, down. Let's go back. There we go. Let's do 5 more. 2. Make sure you're keeping that leg straight and locked out. Being with the heels. There we go. Good job. Switching directions on the leg. Keeping that foot straight, leading with the heel. Focusing on those abductors. 3 more. 1, 2, 3. All right. Next one, we're going to go work the hips some more. We're going to go into that glute bridge. Heels about a foot away from your glutes. But this one, we're driving through our heels, lifting our hips up. Make sure we got the flat line right here, keeping the core tight. Down, up, down. Want to make it a little bit harder. Do single leg. Same thing, driving the hips up, squeezing the glutes to the top. Let's do 3 more. 2, 3. Good. All right. Next, we're going to go ahead and do a glute stretch. So what we're going to do, we're going to take that right leg up in the air at 90 degrees, crossing it over our body. Try to keep our shoulders on the ground. 3, 2, 1, switch. Bring that left leg up over the body. Good, now get the glutes stretched out a little bit. Gonna come in here into a lunge position. So look at it from the side. Have the right leg forward. This one, we're gonna come on the inside of that right leg. Stretching the groin and the glute, or the hips out. Make sure you're keeping that chest up. Good. We got that leg on the outside. Gonna go ahead and switch legs. This leg forward, make sure we got that other leg back. Come in here, stretching off. It's a little too much to come in. Just at the top, make sure we're leaning into the hips, getting a good groin stretch. Good hip flexor stretch. Good, 3, 2, 1. Good to go. From here, actually gonna keep that same leg out. We're gonna straighten that leg out. Make sure we're bending at the hips, keeping the back straight. Depending on how flexible you are, you can either grab knee, the calf, or your shin, or your ankle. Make sure we're leaning forward. You're gonna feel a slight stretch in that hamstring. Make sure not overstretching. 2, 1, and we go ahead and switch legs. Same thing. Leg out. Make sure your toes pointed up just to get a good stretch throughout the posterior chain of that hamstring. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good to go. Next one, transition into that butterfly stretch. Base your feet together. Knees out to the side. Make sure you're keeping the chest up. Pushing down on our knees with our elbows. Sitting here, should feel stretching those inner legs, a little bit of that groin as well. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, we're done with that lower body strengthening and stretching. We're going to transition to the core. So same in the seated position. Just going to come to the side a little bit. Yeah. So lean back. So next we're going to do is a reach through. Back and straight. So feet a little bit wider. Make sure you have the room between your legs. So you can hands over each other. Coming up, squeezing. Make sure you're keeping the neck neutral. Back down. Hands through, back down. Make sure we're steadily breathing through this exercise. Squeezing our core at the top. So 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Next one, we're going to transition into an oblique heel touch. So working that core. You're going to stay in that same position from here. Hands touching the heels. Demonstrate. Keeping your shoulder blades off the ground. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, done with the core. Go ahead and stretch the core out just a little bit. We're going to come into that cobra stretch. So come in here. A little bit less of a stretch. Come down on your forearms. Feel that stretch to the front side. Those core muscles stretching out a little bit more. Come onto your hands. Push. Make sure you're not overextending that back. 3, 2, 1. There we go. So now we're going to stretch out the rear, back side of your core. We're going to do some cat-cows. So for the push through, extending the hips out, pointing that tailbone to the ceiling, pushing through your shoulder blades. Then for the cats, pushing through that back, pushing those shoulder blades out, extending that back up, get some mobility in that spine. Same thing, arching the back, head up, reversing. There we go, let's do 2 more in there. Really focus on extending that back, arching the hips, pushing the tailbone up, pushing that tailbone down. Perfect. Next one, we're going to transition. We're going to go ahead and stand up. A little bit of balance, a little bit of upper body or lower body strength just to finish this off. Next one is going to be a calf stretch. So we're going to come into that lunge position. Front knee slightly bent, leaning forward, pushing back on the calf. There you go. If you want to have a little bit more extended stretch, push forward on that back knee. Stretching out that calf. Should feel in the back of that calf a little bit of Achilles tendon. Good to go. We're going to switch it up. Good. All right, we're a little bit on balance, a little bit on lower body and those hips. We're gonna do a single leg hip flexor raise, excuse me. So from here, so with that right foot, we're gonna balance, hands out if you need it. Foot up, back. Make sure we're not yanking that foot up, keeping that back nice and straight. Just using those hip flexors to raise that leg. Working on that balance. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Good, we'll go ahead and switch legs. That left leg's coming up, right leg's down. Up. Ooh, working on that balance. There we go, let's do 2 more. 1. Last one, just use those hip flexors to extend that knee up. Good, last one, we're gonna do single leg toe touches. Work on that balance. Start out, front, out, back. Front, out, back. Good job. Make it a little bit easier. Slightly touching that toe down. Make it a little bit harder. Close your eyes. Switch feet. Forward, side, back. There you go. Forward. Hands out if you need a bit more balance. Good. Let's do 1 more cycle. Good. All right. Last one to finish off. We're going to do some cardio. So we're going to do 3 exercises. Each exercise we're going to increase in intensity. So first one starting out, we're going to do skater jumps. So we're starting here. Work a little bit on that balance as well. The further you jump, the harder it's going to be. There we go. And then on the next exercise, we're going to skip into jumping jacks on 3, 2, 1. There we go. Building up that intensity. Medium. Make it a little bit easier. You can just single leg or just hand movements. All right, last one. Gonna jump into an in-place sprinters. The rest you got, all you got. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Good. Thanks for joining me today on our warm-up. Have a good rest of your day.